Hello everyone, we are here once again and I have most of the shop crew here with me today and we're going to introduce to you our latest project. So you can actually see it back here. It is a 1961 Willys Jeep truck and Andrew and Johnny actually went in on it, and Zeke and Megan are here as well. So I actually don't know a whole lot about how this came to be and what we're going to be doing with it, so I'll let them tell you all about it.
Well, Johnny found the truck on Craigslist, and after running it by my wife, I found out that she already knew about it and hadn't told me.
Great wife.
Yeah, but she let me get it, so she's forgiven for now.
The wife is Megan, by the way.
Yeah. So we got it and started tearing it apart, and we decided the engine had stuck valves and stuff. We're just gonna take everything completely apart and restore it from the frame up. So right now it's down to the frame.
In one of those pictures, I think you guys saw that we actually got two Jeeps, and hopefully we'll be able to make one good one out of all the parts. One was the old Connecticut State plow truck. So maybe we'll be able to rig up a plow on the front of that. You can see in this photo there's the attachment for it and everything.
Yeah, they both have the lower plow mount, so there wouldn't have to be any frame modification.
So are they both 61s?
No, you could tell by the split window on the parts truck. They're different years. And that one's older, right?
Yeah, I think they only made that one until like 58 with the split window in front, but you can look it up. We've been using Kaiser Willys a lot. They have some good information, manuals, all kinds of different parts.
Yep.
So they both have the inline 6-cylinder. I think I looked this up. What was the model? It's like 6 dash something, right?
The L226. Right.
Yeah, six.
L6226.
That's the transmission
Engine.
model?
The engine model.
Oh, 6226. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the model name of the actual truck.
No, it's just called
They just call it a half-ton pickup, I think.
Yeah.
Or Willys pickup.
Willys
but if you go to any
truck.
auto parts store, they all identify by the engine.
Yeah. If you try and get a part for it, look it up by the engine code.
All right. So obviously the frame on the parts one is junk, but we're gonna attempt to salvage the new one, and the frame is pretty solid. It just surface rust for the most part, and we're hoping to be able to repair a large air compressor that we have at the shop, and so we'll be able to sandblast with it. So then we'll be able to paint up the frame and prevent any more rusting.
So the fenders on the parts Jeep are actually better than the fenders on the Jeep we're fixing up. We're going to swap those over. But for the most part, the body and frame and everything are going to remain on the same truck. And neither of them had a bed, so we're going to make our own stake body.
Yeah, we're thinking oak bed, stake body. Probably what color is that? We're gonna think of paint peacock blue. Trying to go with original colors that were back in the day. So see if we can get our hands on some of that.
Yep.
So what was it you were telling me about the colors? They just kind of used whatever was available at the store at the time?
For the engines.
Oh, the engines, okay.
So you told me, John.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking it up. Found a thread that because we wanted to repaint the engine block and head and everything like that, and we didn't know what color to choose. We've seen them all different colors online, and I found this thread where the guy said his dad worked in Willys Jeep manufacturing plant, and the color of the week was whatever was cheapest. So that's why the engines are all different colors. So not really standard there.
That would explain the weird orange color on the head of ours.
Yeah, we're gonna paint the whole engine block gray, and we'll do black for some of the other parts like the manifolds. 'Cause that
Which
should
actually are almost ready to paint. We can
Yeah.
do that soon.
So this was part of the carb rebuild, and that's the vacuum controlled choke. We pulled all those parts off and rebuilt them while the trucks were sitting outside, so we could be warm before we got the truck in the shop.
Actually, you're talking about vacuum. Doesn't it actually have vacuum windshield wipers too?
Yeah, they come from the factory with vacuum windshield wipers. At least one of the trucks has the electric conversion.
And the heat is just a vent hole in the firewall from the engine compartment.
Yeah, there's a small
Blower.
and stuff, but it's very simple, and a valve.
So you can see here, I got the engine out. Started stripping it down. It's a little sticky inside. I think there's some videos later. Shows you not all of the valves are moving, so we had to take all those out, lap them, reseat them. And got some fun stuff out of there, mud wasp nest and other things, right? But seems to be working now, and hopefully we'll get it back together and be able to figure out how to start it up eventually. Ready?
Yep.
So, as you just saw in the last clip, there were a number of stuck valves, and like Johnny mentioned, we got them unstuck, we lubricated them, we lapped them, and that was after attempting to start it after the carb rebuild, and we had done a bunch of ignition work to make sure it had spark, and it still didn't start, so that's why we got into tearing the engine apart and figuring out why there's no compression. So in the next video, we'll actually be lifting the engine off of the chassis, and we'll have the cab removed, and we will be opening up the oil pan and reassembling or reinstalling the valves after having cleaned them up and lapped them. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.